Hey YouTube, Jethro here. Know it's been a while, been busy and hadn't really felt like making any videos. It's just kind of the weather's back and forth where I'm at. A little bit of rain, just enough to make the ground nasty, then a little bit of snow, and really just haven't got outside and messed anything up. But today, off work, and I am making some smothered deer steak. And what we got here is a couple small packages of some nice deer steaks. The seasoning on it is garlic, salt, pepper, a little bit of onion powder, to taste, and probably about a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, low sodium. And basically I just put it all in the bowl, tossed it together. I'm going to let it sit here for about an hour at room temperature. Put a little top cover over it, and then my dish is going to be, I'm going to cook up the steak, just a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to brown it, take it out, and I'm going to put a buttload of onion in the skillet and cook them down with some of my canned tomatoes. Put a couple quarts of those, drain them off and put them in there, and then I'll throw my steak in on top of it, cover it up, and I'll let that go for about 45 minutes to an hour. It's falling apart type steak. The tomatoes and onions cook down, it makes like a thick gravy. Excellent over noodles, excellent over mashed potatoes, or by itself. It's almost like you want to add some chilies to it. It could be like a Mexican dish. Eat it with your tortillas. But that's what we'll be doing today. Okay guys, so far what I've done is browned off my first batch of deer meat. I do not cook them all the way totally done. Just kind of brown the outsides of them, and I will use the juices in the pan to help flavor the onions and the tomatoes. But so far that's what we've done. Looking good. She will be gourmet meal. I ain't decided whether I want to put them on mashed potatoes yet, because that's one way we like to eat them, because it makes such a gravy. The other way is with egg noodles. It just is damn good that way too. So anyhow, on the other part, for my cobbler, I used, well, cobbler's a different video, so we'll talk about that one on another one. Okay guys, so what I got here is 3 large onions. Just put a little bit extra olive oil in the bottom of the pan. Onions, a touch of salt, a little bit of pepper. Let them cook down and start getting their sweetness on. Starting off my turnips over here, we just bring them to a soft boil until they're cooked. When this gets pretty much soft, a little bit caramelized, I'm going to be adding some canned jarred tomatoes. Okay guys, so 2 quarts of tomatoes, undrained, in the skillet. I am going to let them cook with the lid off of it, and reduce that down by quite a bit, half or even less, until it starts to thicken. Then I'm going to put my deer steak back on top of it, and I'm going to add just enough water to keep it all loose and let it simmer for about 45 minutes to an hour. So we'll get some more shots here in a bit. Okay guys, so here we are. Tomatoes cooked down quite a bit, starting to thicken up. Now I'm going to throw the steaks back on top, go ahead and cover it and let it simmer for at least 45 minutes, and I'll uncover it and let it finish thickening. Okay guys, so here's the final product. Nice big chunks of deer steak, the tomatoes all cooked down. You could cook it a little bit longer to make it a gravy, but I've opted out of making mashed potatoes this evening, and we're just going with store-bought cheap egg noodles, and that's what we're going to do for supper. Turnips are all ready underneath that lid, so you ought to try it. It works excellent with beef as well. I use this both ways, with beef and deer, so give her a try.